Hey everybody, what is going on? I hope you guys are all doing well, and welcome to another tutorial video. In this video, I'll be explaining to you guys how you can fix your quality of your stream on Streamlabs, so let's get right into it. Now, as you can see, I'll be using this article, which is on a pixelated stream and how to fix it. However, I will be covering on how to increase your frames as well if you're having trouble with that. I'll just be using this article as a sort of background, background data or background content so that you guys can follow what I'm talking about. Now, as you can see, there are reasons for a stream being pixelated or blurry, and usually this is due to inadequate lighting and camera settings or an unstable internet connection. These are the two most common problems. Other than that, encoder settings and insufficient performances of your PC might be an issue as well. But yeah, if you have inadequate lighting and camera settings, the fix for this is pretty easy, and you just need to either fix your lighting or just fix your camera. You can mess around with your camera settings and see if that helps with any sort of performance issues. However, you can also get a new camera if the camera you have currently is old and insufficient. However, the usual thing that happens with the bad performing streams is an unstable internet connection. You can test your internet connection on an online speed test and make sure that everything is working perfectly. You can also test your bandwidth, and you might need to contact your provider if your connection is good. But if it is not, as I've said, you can try restarting your gear, such as your modem or your router, and if that doesn't help, you need to contact your provider. Since your stream can become pixelated, the speed can go down, it might become choppy, and you'll lose frames, you'll drop frames, and that's not something you want to happen. Other than that, encoder settings, you can also mess with them to compress video and audio data before sending it to the streaming, and incorrect settings can cause the stream to be pixelated and of a lower quality. And as I said, insufficient power can also be a issue, and you will need to upgrade the parts of your computer that aren't good enough. Your CPU needs to get enough power, so you need to make sure that the power supply is working good and that it is a high quality power supply. And also you need to make sure that your CPU and GPU are the best that you can afford, so that the performance is the best as well. But yeah, these are the fixes that I've just mentioned. You also have the problem of either skipped, dropped, or laggy frames. Laggy frames or slow frames, freezing frames are usually because of GPU overload. Skipped frames are because of CPU overload, and laggy frames are because of internet connection, or drop frames are because of internet connection. If you have dropped frames, I do have other tutorials on these topics as well, but in essence, for dropped frames, you just need to make sure that your internet is the best it could possibly be. For skipped frames, you need to make sure your CPU isn't overloaded, so shut down any background processes that aren't needed, and then you can try and do that, or you can just upgrade your CPU if it is not adequate. And for laggy frames or freezing frames, it is a GPU thing, and you pretty much need to, well, decrease the load of your GPU, and that should be it. As I said, check out my other tutorials on the frame skips or the frame issues, and yeah, that is pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you guys next time.